Dr. Maya Angelou once said, "I believe every person is born with talent." Hi, I'm Tracy Steele with the Stand Foundation. For the past few years, the Stand Foundation has helped develop many talented Arkansans into new leaders. Our leadership development program is designed to empower you. It provides participants with valuable tools and skills to improve communities, businesses, and the lives of citizens throughout the state and nation. The Stand Foundation can help give you strategies for taking control of your career. Join the Stand Foundation Leadership Institute today and increase your earning potential, improve your leadership skills, and enhance your community work. Take a stand today. Contact us at 501-374-8788. That's 501-374-8788. The Stand Foundation. We build leaders.
My name is Nicole Hart, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Our Vets, which is a veterans nonprofit here in the state. Well, I think I've always had a heart for public service, and starting off early at the age of 12, I'm working in our community garden back in Oakland, California, and there was a great couple there that kind of put together a community garden to kind of teach the young people about giving back, but then also giving them an avenue to explore financial means, because we got paid a little bit, and so at 12 to have a job and get paid was awesome. And then that went on into high school and junior high. I was involved in student government and leadership. I was a youth mayor of my city in Oakland, California, and it's just something about having a desire to change what you see as a problem. And I came from a disadvantaged family. I came from a background where it was non-traditional. My dad raised me, and it was the help of people in my community that showed me a different way. So I have a mentor. Her name is Tony Adams, and she's still in Oakland, California, and she's still a pioneer doing some great things. But she, would take me to meetings, and she would put me in environments where I could see beyond my current situation and say, one, I want to help, and then two, I can be different and be better and do something else that was different from where I was. So then from there, it just naturally progressed as I went into high school and college. I was always in a student leadership position and kind of being the voice of advocacy for whatever the challenge was on campus or in the community. And I'm the oldest girl in my family, so I think that has something to do with it. I have younger siblings, and when you're the oldest, you always get pegged with so much responsibility, and so you're setting the stage for whoever comes behind you, and your parents put that on you, your community puts that on you, my older brother put that on me. So it's just kind of everything around me suggested that I needed to give back and support in some way. And so then I started a College Democrats chapter at Hart, which is a predominantly Republican school, so it was pretty controversial. And at the time, the governor was then running for Attorney General. And so we did a rally for him and Belinda LaForce and John Paul Capps on our campus. And when I came back from Iraq, I'm a combat veteran, and when I came back from Iraq and an opportunity opened early on his campaign, he remembered me from Harding and Searcy, and so I started working with his campaign. Then moved into the transition office, into the governor's office. They asked me to work with military community, veteran community, since I was a veteran, homeland security and law enforcement, and emergency management. And then I worked with the Yellow Ribbon Task Force, which was a group that the governor commissioned to look at our state and kind of analyze our state to see how we were meeting the needs of military veterans and our families. And from that, I began to have just an independent passion for seeing that there was a need in the military and veteran community. Our state is really patriotic. They're very ceremonial. They do a lot of things to show support, but there were some very tangible ways that the community needed things. The families needed things. The service members needed things. And there was just gaps. And so I had a personal passion to say, you know what, there's that drive in me to say, I got to fix this. I got to do something about this. And I'm in a position to do that. And it just so happened that at the end of that task force, with their recommendation, they wanted me to lead the effort. And of course I agreed. I saw so many people that came back from deployments and so many families, and they were very different than I was, their situation and how it affected them. I took the recommendations and took some of my experience and leadership and the connections that I made while in the governor's office, secured enough money to really get it off the ground, and I stepped away from my position and just started working on it, and it's been awesome ever since. There's so many different levels in the community that you can get involved in. I mean, there's the education, and then there's just the local elected official level. There's even just small organizations, something as simple as working at a church. There's people that are passionate about changing somebody else's situation or changing their situation, and you just got to know what that is. And I think it starts with your next door neighbor, it starts with the local community and finding out what's going on and staying engaged in the media and knowing what's going on. I think a lot of people listen to what the news say, or they listen to glimpses of what's going on, but when you truly get to the meat of the matter, it's so much more and it's so much deeper, and there's so many different levels that you can be engaged to support or advocate against, and people just have to educate themselves to want to be involved and to get involved and know what's going on. I think true public servants lie in the communities with the people who just want to help that next person or do something kind for that kid that they see up the street that has it a little bit different than them. I know that's what somebody did for me.
Marty North, Senior Vice President, Director of Community Development at Simmons First National Bank. So many things I could say about Nicole Hart. She's, first of all, a very loving person, very giving, very passionate about the things she cares about. She's a great wife and mother, and she's inspiring to me, especially because of her time in the military. When I first met Nicole, it was through Governor Mike Beebe's office, and she was working in the Veterans Affairs. And when I first saw her, I was taken aback by the fact that she'd actually served in Iraq. She was the first female that I had met that actually fought in battle. And to be honest with you, I was so impressed with her poise and her passion and her story and commitment to wanting to help other veterans like herself. So as she started talking to me about creating Our Vets, the nonprofit organization, you could just feel the excitement and the passion, and you wanted to support it, and you just knew this was the right thing to do and that she was going to be very successful at it. She's a great spokesperson. I don't think she really fully grasped that concept yet, that she has a very powerful voice and that she's really helping a population that we acknowledge and celebrate when they first come home, and then we kind of forget about them. And now that I have a son that's in the military, I'm thankful that Our Vets exists and that she had the passion and the commitment to see it through and to make it successful. She's a person that's always looking for opportunities to learn. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Stand Foundation for putting a spotlight on such a wonderful woman, my friend Nicole Hart.
My name is Robin Mitchell. I'm a principal engineer for Verizon Wireless here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I've known Nicole for several years. I've worked with Nicole with Our Vets as a volunteer. I've also worked with Nicole in areas of youth development and mentoring with our church. She's been a very big help in those areas. I've been inspired by her level of determination to be a source of help for those who are serving others, particularly with the veterans in the state. I've been overwhelmed by the amount of progress that she's been able to make in a short period of time with this program. It has been a tremendous impact not only for the state but in our local community. Really appreciate the effort that STAN organization has put in place to honor Nicole Hart. I think this is outstanding that she gets an opportunity to have the spotlight shined on her, since she's always shining the spotlight on others and trying to help them make a better way for them and their families. So I really appreciate the STAN Foundation for this.